this hour, Bishop Ford, we are having the elect of God, are having experiences today that really, in the history of providential time, it has never been called.
Yes.
It's not been recorded, Harold.
Yes.
Y'all with me? There's some things that have really become unscripted. And the reason why is because this people is coming out, like Revelation says, some of us out of the water, yes, others come out of the earth.
Yeah.
The beast and the false prophet.
Yeah.
There's some beastly folk
Yes, sir.
that are living around us. What do you do? They're beastly in nature. Because anybody that is so sensual only, and you guys have an addiction to keep you going. The beast and they need each other. The beast and the false prophet need each other. One's political and the other's religious. So we need to stop letting religious folk paint this picture of a devil with a tail, horns. He's getting ready for Halloween. They're not no different this year. So they got more stores. But you need to be concerned about the demon up here. Because we're going to see the workers report where the first devil really started in your mind. Listen here. God gave me, and if he gave it to me, he'll give it to you if he has already. A living example. Dude, I had not a clue that this was part of my life. I'm keeping it real today. Somebody said, Bishop, keep it real. If you had told me, hey, listen, 28 years ago, almost 38 years now, that we were going to be where we are now, and some of y'all have the same testimonies. Who would have thought that this would be where you would be here 10, 12, 15, 38 years later? At one time in our life, everything was well. Didn't have everything we wanted. But Pastor's whole right side was not restricted. I watched this woman work ministry back in the day when you all were working ministry. We just had not met up. We were in the spirit realm. But she was working ministry, Bishop Ford. And she didn't have to strive with a restricted right damaged side.
You better go ahead. Teach me something. Go ahead.
Job was minding his business. He was appointed to be righteous. He was blameless. He was without guile.
I hear you, man.
And Nikki, because they could not come up with stuff, they say Pastor Gordon didn't have enough faith. So she got attacked. A greater lie. Do you hear this? I'm here to tell us that some of us, thank you, Adam and Eve, by the time you have your child in ministry, because in Christ Jesus, I've begotten you. You got to know that everything you bring into this earthen realm is not yours. Eve said, Adam said, look, God's going to give us what he gave us Seth. Remember Cain and Abel? But when he got Seth, Eve said, what? Oh, God's giving me another seed, not another son. This anointed Melchizedek family here, because we don't just meet anybody. I've been meeting generals, lieutenants, and the anointed. Look at us, ain't no joke, baby. These families like this are called and ordained to be a seed in the earth. And look at us, what do you do in the seed? Sow it. Your life is not your own. You've been bought with a price. Now you can like it or not like it, but you are not on this earth to freelance. Abel was minding his business. God said, I want Abel to be sown back into the earth. What we didn't like the fact is that God used Cain to sow him. But there was already primary. So I said, I found a struggle between folk, and a lot of times it's within the family institute. But you need to stop fighting it because somebody's going to sow your life. Whether it's a heathen or a saint. He don't think God don't care. He wants to places on the earth, and I just hope this split open. Keep it open, just open up and swallowing folk up. Back in the day we were coming up, that was unheard of. The homegoing I went to yesterday, it was the elderly, sick, am I correct? Sickly parents that buried their daughter. That's why I said that's unheard of. The kids usually bury their parents. My God. So I hear it. I just painted the picture. Job chapter 42. First Timothy chapter 1. Put your hands up. Notice the Romans 8 first. I'm sorry. I'm going to do back and forth. I'll keep moving. What I want to do today is to clear up the fact that when folk get hit with a calamity, when folk get hit with something, a tragedy, it's not necessarily that you did it wrong. And we need to stop this ridiculous because we get this superiority. I got revelation. God gave us the word last week. Romans 8:18. Be quick. I reckon that what the sufferings of this present time, that's where you live right now, are what not worthy but to be compared with the glory. What is God trying to get through to our thick skull is that stop sending me all glory. Please understand. Please don't throw rocks. Don't throw rocks. It's already assumed that the glory belongs to God. After all, he's the author and the finisher. But he turned around and said, I'm going to put this glory to be revealed in us. Look at somebody and say, glory is not real glory unless it has a backdrop. How are you going to get a visual about flying around in the air and getting raptured and all this, and you can't even fly around down here and deal with me and my issues? Somebody, what's up with that? What's up with that? Glory must have a backdrop. In other words, you've got to have something like this, like on stage, with a curtain behind you, not in front of you, and everybody see your business. But the backdrop shows how victorious you are. So read the script. I win. You win, you. You got here in the first place. None of us came here to the earth as losers. I don't know where we got that mentality from. Let's go more. Bishop Holy Strong has I can lean and work that arm. Okay, guess what? Go ahead. Y'all got the picture? Everybody get the picture? The religious world told us that we were born to sin. Well, some says that. But when you do your homework, somebody started doing homework. He was talking really, Bishop, about a whole different thing. Because he was talking nationalities and the family setting that they was born into. Which has nothing to do, it had to do with the potential of being in sin. But you didn't come here as a sinner. My God. We came here to sing songs about it. And that's why folk never got out of it. That don't become reminded that you were sinning. One of my favorite songs, and we sing it. We fall down. The last part of that is it really is. My God. David is saying we came here with the potentiality or the context that we could sin, which means we to come short. To fail in the full glory dispensation. That's right. We all have done that. And we all do that. But God himself is going to take you back righteous. And not going to talk about your deeds. He's talking about his impartation of nature. So if any man really be where in Christ, he can finally be one